What's up, man? So, I'm awake and you're sleeping. So, I thought I would go over some stuff on QuickBooks because I know that you like to wake up early. And maybe you'll wake up tomorrow morning and want to watch this video. Um, if you don't, we'll go over it together still. But I wanted to just kind of run you through some stuff, let you know where we're at with everything. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into reports. And we're going to run a balance sheet. So it goes back, notice it goes back to the beginning of the year. The number that you want to know is June 2016, June 1st. Actually, it's June 14th, 2016 is when we started this company, Scott's Moscow Mules. And then we moved to the Wholesale Products Plus a few months back. But what you need to know is I have reconciled um, the Scott's Bank account, our Amazon bank account, but I have not reconciled our credit card because the credit card that we're using, you haven't given me the statements. So I need the last few months of statements to reconcile that credit card so that it would be reconciled. So just taking a look at the balance sheet, TSR LLC. That stands for TSR line of credit. That is the $100,000 line of credit. You can see that there's only 3396.87 in there, and that's not accurate. That's what I've been waiting to fix with you. Where most of that money is, the other money is under Ask My Accountant, which is see it in here. Should be Ask My Accountant somewhere in here. Might be in the other sheet. There's about $12,000 in expenses in there. So I want to go through all those that printout I gave you, and so we can start adding more to this, because then that's going to tell us, we want that to equal that 45 grand. That'll tell us where we're at, like the payments that you've made to the credit card from this account. We're going to add all that in there, probably tomorrow night, since you couldn't make it tonight, which I totally understand. You're gone in Belleville all weekend, and that's I can understand driving home and you probably just want to go to sleep, so I get it. So moving on. So one of the accounts that I created over the weekend, if you notice, is inventory deposit. This is the $20,000 that we sent to Wixom. That's the balance on what they have purchased so far. It matches up with our inventory deposit sheet. So if I go into our sheet and you scroll down to our balance, $14,909.40, $14,909.40. So let's click on it. Let's take a look at it. So there's your $20,000. That's the cashier check that you had withdrawn and sent to Wixom. And so far, they've spent $5,090.60 on our inventory. So we have a balance of $14,909.40 owed to us in either money or products as of right now. So we're keeping track of that. So everything is completely accurate. So going back, let's just look at what else I want to show you. I think I want to go back to the profit and loss. I think that's going to show you more than this is. So here's our inventory. One of the things I wanted to do with you tonight was, and we'll do this tomorrow night together, was I wanted to do a journal entry. So basically the way the journal entry works, that was a training video for the boys. Yeah, you know me, I like to work late at night. The way the journal entry works is I did this on Friday. Well, yeah, 12/1. So 12/1 would be um, 12/1 is today's the 4th, so 3 days ago, that was Friday. So I did this on Friday. Our inventory actually went down. We were at this, now we're at this. We went from 28,248 to 27,370. Now I haven't done it all weekend because I was waiting for you, but I'm going to do it right now just so you can see. So we're going to go into Restock Pro. And bear with me, I may be slow with this. Where's Restock Pro at? There it is. All right. So we're going to go into Restock Pro, and we're going to look at our inventory. So we got 12,429. This is what we're going to hire somebody to do. I'm thinking we should hire calculator. My phone just died, so hope you're not going to call me. 12,429 plus 14,189. 14,189. So that's our total inventory. This is what we have bought, and we're waiting to send into Wixom, or it's at Wixom and it's on its way to Amazon, or it's already in Amazon. That's what we have for total inventory. Bear with me, I'll move around a little bit. 26,618. So we go back to QuickBooks and we look at our inventory. It went down again because of sales. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to, I'm going to do a journal entry now, just so you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do screenshots tomorrow when you come into my work, and I'll print them off for you. But just so you can see, so we're doing more of a credit, so I'm going to click on this one. So inventory asset, right? So the nice thing about QuickBooks is I'm just going to go here and I'm going to do a new tab. And I'm going to open up another thing of QuickBooks. So I have my little cheat sheet. Click on that. And I'm going to go into journal entry right here. Hit the plus sign, go to journal entry. And this is going to be inventory asset. Okay, so this inventory deposit, that is for the other account. That is not for this. That is for when Rebecca spends another $5,000 tomorrow. That's where we'll go into inventory deposit. That's for that account. Okay. Right now we're gonna go to inventory asset, and we're gonna do a credit, right? Yep. So we did a credit of 878, and what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to get out of this screen so I can see where we're at. So 27,370. So 26,618 minus 27,370 equals $752 credit. So then we're going to go back and we're going to go here and we're going to do a credit of $752. Did we call it anything? I don't think I did, but let's make sure. Nope, I didn't call it nothing. The next one's going to be COGS. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to go here, type in COGS. Bam, $752. Let me just make sure I didn't detail it anymore. I didn't detail it anymore. Meaning, what do I mean by detail it more? Meaning, I could use Legacy Wixom, online distribution. I have gone by all of our suppliers, but I haven't done it just to keep up on our inventory. Okay, so we're going to go to COGS, just the basic COGS. So we got the credit here, right? And we're going to hit save. And then we're going to close it. And that's going to put us at the same inventory level as, so now we're at 26,618 for our inventory level. So when we run our report, it shows our inventory level. Okay, so you can see this going down. Now remember when Todd talked to us about this? He said if you start seeing inventory go down and not it stay the same, he gets concerned. So this is where we get concerned because we were at 28. Now we're at 27. Now we're at 26. And we're going down. We're not keeping that line. So that's a conversation for me and you to have later, but I just wanted to show you how to do that. Okay, so then we're going to go back to our report. So you see there's your inventory asset. There's your inventory deposit asset. And then your uncategorized asset. I'm not quite sure what this is. Let's just look at it. Looks like a transfer for $3,000. Might have to fix that. That might be part of our conversation tomorrow night. Make sure we have all those transfers correct. Okay. So now we're down to liabilities. So here's the Bank of America card. Again, that hasn't been reconciled yet, so we will need to get that reconciled. TSR, just so you know, these are our liabilities. That's TSR line of credit, and then this is TSR mugs. This is where money came from TSR to purchase for mugs. Now I've created 2 new accounts that we're going to go over tomorrow. So let me just show you those accounts. So we're going to know exactly how much both of us have put into this company for the mugs and for everything, because Loan Radcliffe, Loan Sodergren. So that $8,000 that I used, that I transferred in, it's going to show $8,000. It's going to show an $8,000 loan that the company has to pay me back with eventually. The money you put in, the $10,000 that you put in, the training and all that, it's going to show right here. If you brought money in from TSR, not talking about the $150,000 line of credit, I'm just talking about your own money, that's where it's going to go. It's going to come in here. And then, so we're going to be able to keep track. We're going to be able to write those loans off. We're going to be able to file our taxes better accordingly to that. Okay? So let's just go to a profit and loss. Now, it's not accurate right now because we don't have all of our numbers in there. Okay? So I just want to show you, though, COGS, BFG, that's what we've spent so far this year. On the new company, that's what we spent with them. Cutting Edge, here's what we spent. CWR, here's what we spent. So now I have it completely like separated to per supplier. So when we want to see how much we spent on a supplier, we can say, hey, you know, we spent $15,000 with you last year. Actually, $15,010 is what we spent. Now, this isn't accurate because some of those transfers are for this. So when me and you get together and go through that printout that I gave you and get that done, then that'll change these numbers. For the Moscow Mule mugs, I think these are all pretty accurate. So now I've split all the accounts up. Purchases. We'll go through this tomorrow together, so there might be some purchases in here that, you know, these are wires. These, to me, I think this is all Moscow Mule mugs, so I'll go and I'll change the account tomorrow. But I just want you to see in detail what we've done for all of the accounts. Cost of advertising, $36,000. That's all pay-per-click. That's not Facebook. Just so you know, that's all pay-per-click. And I freaked out when I saw that number. I'm like, holy shit, 36,000. So then I went and looked at Moscow Mule mug sales, and it's with the sales it was 149,000 in Moscow Mule mug sales, and it puts us at a 29% ACoS. It's still a holy shit, but made me feel a little bit better that for the year as a whole, there's your cost of advertising now. And also remember, that's not just pay-per-click. That's every single time any kind of different advertising stuff going on from each of the things. So in other words, if I click on this and I click on one of these, so like here, cost of advertising was $61.50. So just so you know, that's where that number comes from. Okay, go back to here. Also, our dues and subscriptions, I've added Apigo Design, Bico, Ecom Elite, Google Email, so we can see what we're paying to have Scott's Online. We can see what we paid Helium 10. We can see what we paid Kibble. Now, this is a whole year. This is before we started doing stuff. But now we can see what we're paying people. Techometrics, $500 already. Considering shutting them off, especially if we don't keep our Moscow Mule mugs until we get into more private label. But this is where we can see, we can start saving ourselves money in different areas. Inbound FBA shipping, there it is. You can see how much we spent. Insurance, that's our insurance policies. Office and software, that shouldn't be there. I don't know what that is. Should be more detail. Okay, so that was the $49 for the software that scrapes websites. And then this is Refund Finder that we bought from Todd to get refunds back on that. So then we can see every single thing. Travel. This was the 2,000 hours that you took out of for China. So I put that under travel. And if there's any other expenses, like I think there was a 202 that we couldn't figure out what it was. I think it had to do with the Philippines or something. We'll add that in under travel here, so we can see everything. So you can see your net operating income, which isn't correct right now because of the line of credit. But once we get all those deposits and those payables and that printout that I gave you, and we go through that together and figure out where we're going to put everything, this will be more accurate. So that's why I want to get that done. But I just wanted to kind of give you like a review of everything that's done. Up here is income. This is mastermind training. This is Milton. And there's more that needs to be added in here. Again, in our deposits that we need to go through together. Which is Ask My Accountant, which is right here, 31,000. So me and you, these are the transactions that me and you need to go through and then transfer them to the correct accounts. Some of them are payments to the credit card that shows us the line of credit. Some of them, so every time you pay the credit card with the line of credit, then we need to add an entry in here so we can keep that. So all those accounts will be completely accurate with each other. So I just wanted to show you this. Let's see what else I want to show you. Because this, hopefully you'll watch this video in the morning and this will create questions. QuickBook questions for right now, not why did we spend this or why did we spend that, but I'm so close to having this QuickBooks account completely set up the way it should be. We just need to reconcile the credit card, but you got to give me the bank statements. You got to give me at least the last 3 or 4 bank statements, and then I'll figure out how far we go back, and so I can reconcile that. And then we got to reconcile the 31 grand. And then, and then everything will be all set. And I already showed you how to add the inventory, and we'll go through that again tomorrow. What is the other thing that we do? The inventory and the Amazon account. So real quick, Amazon, 741653. So we go 741653 minus find the Amazon account. Oh, it's going to be under the other. That's the one thing you're going to be a lot sharper than me at, is I'm still learning the liabilities and the deposits and the credits. I know the deposits and the credits and the charges pretty much, but I'm still learning like the liability accounts and what to run, here or there. When I'm done doing this Amazon thing, I'll show you one other thing too. So we're going to go in here, so $5,034. where we're at, right? So we're going to go in and go to the calculator and type in minus 5,000.34. So we need to make a deposit of 2416.19. So we're going to go up here, and I'm just going to go here, get my cheat sheet out. So that's how we do it, right? Amazon disbursement. So I'll go over here and hit the plus and do a deposit, bank deposit, Amazon disbursement. Look at my cheat sheet. Daily deposit is what I call it. This is sales. Daily deposit. And then the amount is 2416.19. And then we hit save. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to close that. So now, refresh this. Run a new balance sheet. What did we mess up? Reload. Not quite sure what happened. Let me just make sure I don't want to do a duplicate journal. Oh, that's why. I think that's why. What did I do wrong? They put it in the wrong Amazon account. Let's try this one more time. We'll go over here. We're going to deposit. That's why I put it in the Scott's checking account. So all you got to do is go over to Scott's checking account. Go back. So we go to the Scott's checking account right here. And we're going to go to the newest one. It's right here. We're going to click on it. And the only thing I didn't do right, I did everything else right here, except I just didn't put in Amazon for the bank. Because we haven't got that money yet. It defaulted to it and I didn't notice it. So I'll resave it. Okay, so now we go back to our report. It should say $7,000. 7416.53. 7416.53. So now when we run our profit and loss sheet, we can see, okay, so we got 26 grand in inventory. We got 7416 coming to us. That's what's in our bank account right now. Life is good. Here's all of our fees and equities and everything, and here's where we're at. So this is what Todd looks at every day. His VA goes in and does those two things, and that's what he looks at every day. So the last thing I want to show you, and you're probably getting bored of watching me in this video and you want to talk to me and stuff, so this will be the last thing I'm going to show you. A couple different ways. You can go this way, in chart of accounts this way, or you can go over to accounting. I always go to accounting. So we're in chart of accounts. So let's say we want to do a new chart of account. This is just for me. I know that you are a lot more sharper when it comes to the accounting skills and what stuff means and everything. But this is how I've been able to thumb through it with David. David's helped me tremendously on this. So like when I was setting those liability accounts up, I wasn't sure what to do. So you can go in here and you can kind of just like, okay, long-term liability. Okay, do other long-term liability. Like it kind of tells you like what everything is, like assets. Here's all the different kinds of assets, like credit card, equity. There's the different things in equity. At first I wanted to do partner contributions, but I was told not to do that. Set it up as a loan. That way you do get more benefits instead of doing that. But I just wanted to show you this. I know, Ian, I'm going to give it to you in a minute. Just wanted to show you this. This is kind of the different things like here. All right, so let's say we get a new supplier, right? And we need to add them, okay? So cost of goods sold, COGS, I call it COGS, right? Let's say the supplier's name is Rad's Custom Mugs, right? And that's going to be a sub-account of COGS, C-O-G-S, right? So that's going to put it down here, in here. So if I click that, now anytime we buy custom mugs from Rad, it's going to put it right in there, like where BFG is and Cutting Edge, and then we can keep track of how much money we're spending with Rad's custom mugs. So just wanted to show you that few things, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.